Hey Scott, this is Coach Chad. I do thank you for allowing me to do a brief critique on your long course 100-yard meter freestyle. We're going to do just a quick synopsis of this video and go over some technical aspects that can be improved on. Alright, so let's play this through. Alright, quick off the blocks but could use your arms a little bit more to get off. Good breakout strokes with the head down, and you're a little flat. You can be rotating a little bit more and breathing maybe a little too much for the first 50. I know it's long course, and you are anticipating your turn, so you're kind of slowing down. Your kicks slow down a bit going into this wall. Feet to wall can be a lot faster, and coming off of this, I think it looked like you were out about probably 27, which might have been a little fast for you because now you are pulling yourself this latter half of the strokes. In this position here, your feet has now gone from a 6-beat kick down to a 2-beat kick and is almost completely submerged rather than breaking the surface of the water. And that right arm there is just kind of hanging up in the air, so we can tell you're fatiguing a bit towards the end. So strategy-wise, taking it out super fast and coming home, you probably could have been a little more conservative the first 20 maybe meters out in the race, 25 meters out. And again, I'm not sure what your long course shape was or wasn't at this point in time for this race. However, it is imperative on any races, particularly a sprint like a 50 or 100, that you are maintaining a 6-beat kick, a high elbow catch, and spearing the water to the end rather than pulling the water over top as slow as we went through. So we'll look at this a little more closely. Here on the blocks, you have a good foot position here and here. This foot could be brought down a little bit more, and the head is bent too much, which is causing a little bit of cranial pressure on your head. So the message of your brain telling your body to fire off the block might be a little delayed because of this bend in the neck. So pull up on the blocks a little bit more too, and as we go through here, okay, the head comes down a bit. Grip on the block was a little bit better, but as you can see, your head is down, and your feet are coming out into it. So you were first off the blocks, which is good, but I think, again, you could have been a little bit faster. Good kick on the breakout before the first stroke, but just a little flat. See how your head's down and you're plowing through the water, but see how your elbow here is not necessarily at a 90-degree angle. I want you to imagine that I'm a puppeteer and I'm pulling your elbow straight up, so you are having a cleaner entry into the water and being able to rotate more through the hips. By swimming flat like this and burying your head in the water, it might seem more efficient, but it's actually creating a bit of an anchor and creating some weight for you to drag a little bit. So by rotating a little bit more into the stroke, that would have allowed you to have more clearance per breath. As you see when you take your breath, let's get to right there. It's okay, but your arm's already coming up over, just a little bit more rotation. And again, at this point in time, you need to be kicking faster into the turn, not slowing down. It looks like, again, you're trying to anticipate the wall rather than trusting a stroke count. And there was a brief pause from the end of the stroke to the flip. Coming off, it looks like, I'm assuming you had a good strong kick coming off because the camera angle was a little different. But here we see fatigue starting to set in. And at this point, see how straight that arm is. It's just complete recovery. You really don't want to go straight arm until maybe your last 4 or 5 strokes in 100. At this point, you still need to keep that high elbow and be digging into your quads with whatever glycogen is left for a faster kick. Okay. And the rest of the race, as we see, the kick is almost completely submerged. I don't really see a lot of white caps here. Even though you were leading the pack, I believe you posted a 00 time here, and the difference between probably hitting a minute flat and going under a minute was that supporting kick and the high elbow recovery. So, and as you can see, fatigue is just really starting to set in, but that's when you, again, just got to get your head down. That's when you want your head down and driving the kick. So, not too bad. Picked up the head the last few strokes just from being tired. So, if you can inverse that a little bit from the beginning of the race to the end, that would allow you to be able to break that minute barrier. Thank you again for letting me critique you. Hope this helps, and we'll talk with you later.